everybody, it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thanks for watching my tutorial today. I'm going to be showing you how to make this straightforward in terms of the box. All the details obviously a little bit more time consuming, but it's just a nice perfume box, or if you buy any nice toiletries for somebody, then they fit in this quite well. So it's 2 inches by 7 inches tall, and just to show you, give you an idea of some products, I've just got a it's just one of my husband's fragrance bottles, and this one fits in it nicely. So it just opens up, and then that one pops inside, and it all closes up like so. So it's really strong. It's made with my favourite my favourite brown card from Do Crafts. I'll share the link in my blog. And it's got acetate little windows, and then I've just stuck these flowers on top of the acetate window, so it just gives it a slightly different look, which I thought looked quite like a perfume kind of gift box. So there's that one. I've also got a toiletry lotion, and that one fits in there nicely as well, so you can use that. So it's quite a nice thing if you do buy these kind of gifts for people, and then rather than just wrapping them in wrapping paper, this is quite a nice alternative. So like I said, it holds heavy weighted items, so these are all, you know, pretty heavy. I mean, that's all glass, and it's filled with liquid, and it holds that fine. So that's just to give you a few ideas. The flowers are using my succulent Stampin' Up stamps, but you can use any flower dies or punches. This one, the one I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to do a bit different. I'm not going to do the larger flower. I actually fell in love more with these smaller ones. And this one here I made using the large of the succulent dies, and I went crazy and I kept adding and adding and adding and adding, and it's just given me this beautiful flower. And I squashed them all in the middle at the top and put some glue in there to hold it all in place. But I'm not sure whether to put it on top or not. So again, that's just to give you an idea that you could also do something like that and finish it with the flower on top as well. Or, you know, if you really want to go out there, you could put a huge flower on the side there. So it was just to give you a few ideas. I was just playing around, and I love playing with the brown card. It's really robust, and it can be manipulated and used in many ways. So that was just to give you some more inspiration. So I'm going to leave that to one side. To make this box, you are going to need, so I've gone ahead and done a lot of the elements because you don't need to watch me do all these, but I've made already all of my flowers, and as I said, they were using my succulents Stampin' Up. It's now retired, but like I said, if you've got a flower punch, just punch loads out and stack them on top of each other, and you'll get that same effect. The little I forgot what they're called now. These little gems, you know, the little elements that you put in the middle. These are actually from New Look, a clothing brand in the UK, and you're meant to stick them on your hair. I mean, I couldn't think of anything worse. I'd get that in a mess. But they're not sticky on the inside, so I just put some little, you know, a little bit of just white glue on there and just stuck them into the middle of the flowers. But I just love that colour, just works really well against this brown. But it's just another little frugal tip there. You know, even you can find these embellishments and stuff, that's the word I was looking for, not just in craft shops. So, you know, when you're next shopping in the clothes shops, look at the hair accessories, because you might find these things. So there's another little tip. So that I've got, they were 50p as well for quite a lot, and I got about 4 packs of them. So there you go. So I've got all of my flowers. So, and what I've done is, with my nest of stitched framelets, I used the, excuse me, the 2 smallest ones here. For the other box I used the 3 smallest, but for this one I've just used the 2 smallest ones and just cut flowers that will sit. So they're the medium sized ones, and then I've got the tiny ones there that are going to sit in those ones there. So first of all, let me just talk you through the scoring. So the cardstock I've used is 8 1/4 by 11 5/8 of an inch. And first of all, you want to score along the 8 1/4 inch side. You want to just score at 2, 4, 6 and 8. and then rotate it, and then you want to score at 2, 9 and 11. Okay, so get rid of that. And then this is when you want to pop it through your die machine with your circles wherever you want them to be. So I've done them really, really randomly. I didn't want there to be any kind of, you know, pattern as such. I've just done them any way I want. And then on the back, I've already stuck down 3 pieces of acetate. So you will need 4 pieces in total, which measure 1 7/8 of an inch by 6 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so you get them all cut down. So once you've cut your circles out and you're happy with where you want them to go, you just need to grab some of your, I'm just using this glue because it's really, really good, and just go around and just obviously taking care around the circles, and just get some of that stuck down. Make sure it's off my mat. Okay, so you can see it, if you catch it in the light, you can see where you've kind of put it. So, and then you just want to lie your acetate over the top of that. Just make sure it's all stuck down. So in terms of the box, if you just want a straightforward box and you don't want to do all these cutouts like I am, then it's a really good size for, like I said, perfume bottles and things like that. And if you do want to do a little bit extra, I'm just going to try and pick that back up again because I've missed a bit there. There we go. Like so. Okay, and you can see there, got a little bit of glue on the front, that's fine, you can wipe it off. This stuff's, again, it's great. If you just roll your finger over it, it all comes off. Like so. Okay, so once you're happy that that's all in place, you just need to burnish all of your edges. Now the brown card is stronger, so you do need to put a bit more force down on it. Okay, so then what we need to do is, oh, I forgot to do that very end one with that tab. There we go. Get rid of my dies. Right, so grab yourself some of your scissors. I'm just use these ones. And what you want to do, so with your tab on the left hand side, then you've got the 4 squares, that's your base. Just cut up that first score line to that tab. And then just notch it out on the side there, like so. And then what you want to do is when you cut up, cut up each side of the score line, and just cut out that knobbly bit of that score line, and it just means then that you will have a really nice flush closure. So you can see there, just cutting that kind of piece out. Just do that along all the others. Okay, so you can see there what I've done. And then just rotate it round so you've got the tab now on your right hand side, and just cut all the way down. And again, just notch that tab on the side, like so. And then what you want to do, just make sure. So, tab's on the right hand side. You've got this first square here. This second one, you want to cut it out completely. Like so. And then cut down this other one. Like so, and then cut along that score line, those two, but keep the tab on that one because that's what you use to close the box at the front here. This is that little flap. So what I do is just corner punch it. It just helps it kind of slot into place, and also just kind of ever so slightly just shear off a little bit on each side. You can see that I've just taken such a tiny piece off, and it just mean it just kind of, because the brown card is quite thick and you've got the two sides folding in as well, these pieces here, it just helps with all of that. There we go. Okay, so now what you want to do is, so this is the top and then you've got the four at the bottom. So you just want to stick all your flowers down. I found it easier to do it when it's lying flat, because you can push down and use your base then as a bit of you know, a stronger surface, rather than when it's all put together you might end up squashing the box. So like I said, I've got all my little small ones and my medium sized ones, like so. So all I've done is put a little foam dot on the end, and I'm just going to pop them in the middle of each of those bigger bigger circles, sorry, like so. So I'm just going to go and do that on all of them. Okay, so there you will see now a really, really cool effect. I love it. It looks like they're floating. So that's why I really like using the acetate. So this is the front one with that piece cut out, and I've just got a little sentiment here, and I'm just going to sit it in between those two there at the top. So again, I've just put another little foam dot, and this is from that same Oh So Succulent. And you can buy them, you know, some people sell them really, really cheap on eBay and also on the Stampin' Up selling pages on Facebook. So I get a lot of mine when they're reduced. So, you know, don't be, because I know some of the prices of Stampin' Up can be expensive, so don't be put off, you know, just wait till, or go and visit the eBay and stuff, just put in Stampin' Up, you get amazing ones. I mean, I've picked up some for like £2–3. So, yeah, they're great. So, like I said, I'm not a demonstrator, but I do like the product, so. Right, so just pop a bit of, I'm so sorry, I think I am losing my voice. The other day I was talking and it completely went, much to my husband's happiness. So. Right, there we go, and then just, this red tape's a bit bigger than the actual tab, so I'm just going to fold it, stuck it on the bottom, I'm just going to fold it over on itself, just so none of it gets wasted. Okay, now obviously you've got the flowers there, you're just going to have to be careful, but just fold one side down and then the other side will just sit exactly in place. You can always lift the flowers back up again if they get a bit squashed. Okay, and then all I'm going to do, so this is my front one, so I'm just going to leave that tab at the bottom facing up. I'm going to pop the back one down first and just pop a bit of this glue, like so. Again, I can put my ruler in the middle in a second and push it all down. Make sure I've got plenty on there. And that last piece. Like so. And there you have it, and then those two side ones just go down, and then that should just slot in the front. And there you have it. I think it's really, really cool. So like I said, you can go around and flatten. I think mine are a little bit too 3D, so I'm going to just flatten them a little bit because they are lifted obviously with that little foam dot underneath, so they can afford to be flattened down a little bit more. So play around with that, but there you have it. So again, you can do that. I mean, I've used the brown card because I just love brown card, and I think sometimes it looks quite cool when you use all the same colours. I know I've used the white there, but in terms of the actual box, but this would look great with a white box and like pink flowers and all kinds of things. I mean, it's, yeah, you can go crazy with it. So there you have it, two slightly different ideas, and like I said, there's that huge piece there, which again, if you really want to do the wow factor, that could sit on top, and I think that looks quite cool as well, but I'm just going to keep that for the minute until I find something I really want to use it for. But there you have it. So straightforward box, and then with a slightly different design from me today. So I hope you liked it. Please hit the like button if you did, and subscribe to the channel to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye.